How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking it pretty chill, and this is your guide to Illusion and Chimera post Legacy of Destruction. Legacy of Destruction is a few weeks away. We probably have reveals by the time you're seeing this. Maybe not, because I'm recording it the day before. But this is going to be a video to help you be prepared for when Legacy of Destruction drops and show to you three builds, three different variants of Chimera and Illusion that you can play in Legacy of Destruction. There's a few new cards and a few different variants that I want to cover. So this is going to be it. If you're a Chimera enjoyer, you're going to see me playing this in Legacy of Destruction for sure, because we're getting a few very cool new cards. And you can see right above my head an interesting card. And this is going to be the first variant of the deck that we're going to be looking at. But before we begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we are almost at 20k, so you gotta hit that subscribe button. And also, if you are looking to pre-order Legacy of Destruction, make sure to A, follow me on Twitter so you know when the singles go live on pre-sale, and 2, or B, check out kongscards.co.uk or tier0games.com. Using my code GALZO5 really supports the channel and gives you an additional discount. Chimera, Illusion, variant number 1, very OCG-like, but let's talk about the new cards. And this is the most important one of them all. This is Nightmare Apprentice. It's a level 6 Dark Illusion monster. Same stats, basically, as Apprentice Illusion Magician, which is, of course, a Dark Magician card. Now, this card is very good. You can special summon this card by discarding one card from your hand. Built-in summon, doesn't start a chain. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Illusion monster from your deck to your hand. And if this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed. Extremely simple. Special by discarding, add an Illusion monster from the deck, and cannot be destroyed by battle. It's a level 6, it's a free summon, and besides being able to get to your other one-card combos, which are illusions, or get you to other illusion engines, which we'll talk about in a second, this card is also a level 6, which is good because we can utilize that alongside our level 6 fusions in order to rank up into Xyz, which is very cool. And also by discarding, it enables other engines as well, like the Edge Chain engine, which requires being sent to the graveyard, which is perfect. Like drawing this, discarding this in order to special summon, getting Kodal or Mirror Swords Knight with that, and 2 more cards in hand with just a ton of advantage. And since day one, this deck has always been about card advantage in the hand. This is a new card. We're not getting any new fusions for the archetype, no new, other specific support. But this is just going to be a very good card for illusions going forward all the time, because it's a free special, it discards, and it adds an illusion monster. Just an overall amazing card. This is going to be a secret rare in Legacy of Destruction, so be ready to pay up, buddies. This is going to be the main card that I want to talk about. I want to mention 2 other cards that are in this build, or tie directly to illusions. One of them is Diabels of the Original Sin. This is the counterpart to the Diabelstar story. You can see her right over there above the booster pack in the art of another Sinful Spoils card releasing in Legacy of Destruction. This is a level 7 light illusion monster. It has the same stats as Diabelstar, but since this deck can spam out illusion monsters, it's not really hard to summon in this deck. If a Sinful Spoils card is in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. It's a built-in summon. So first of all, good against the meta right now. If you're going second against Snake Eye Fire King, they're probably going to have Sinful Spoils cards in the graveyard. Awesome, you can special summon it, but that's not how you're going to get to it most of the time. This is a very strong floodgate. If you're not aware, your opponent cannot activate spells or traps that were not set. So any spell or trap that your opponent needs to play, they need to set it first. Whether it's a continuous, an equip, a normal spell, a field spell, anything, they must set it before. So first of all, quick plays, it kills them automatically because you're going to set them and they're going to have to wait a turn. Second effect is that if either player sets a spell or trap on the field while this monster is on the field, you can target one card you control and one card your opponent controls and destroy them. So if your opponent does want to start playing and sets a normal spell card, you do have a chance to pop it. So this card is really really strong in my opinion. Very cool. I like the flavor and the lore as well. And another way that you can bring this out is actually using Sinful Spoil Cycle. You do play a Diabellstar engine in Chimera in the future, not in any of these builds, but maybe that will come up in the future. This card takes one level 5 or higher illusion monster from your deck and either adds it to your hand or special summons it. So you could special summon Diabells this way directly from the deck. You can see it in the artwork. But if summoned this way, it cannot activate its effect during the main phase of this turn. So you cannot, like the floodgate effect will apply, but the pop effect will not be able to activate during this main phase, right? During the main phase this turn. So you could battle phase, end phase, you can do that if they set somehow in the battle phase. But yeah, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one face down card you control, return it to the hand, then you can set one spell trap from your hand. So this can also trigger Diabells in the graveyard. You can use each of them once per turn. But obviously it doesn't work together because it cannot activate, but this is a new card. Now, this is build number 1. This is a Yubel variant, and you can see that a few things change here. 1, 2 Mirror Swords Knight, because you already have so many 1-card starters that you don't want to brick on additional normal summons. You rather open with this into this, right, than having both of them, because this can just add you probably Kotal. It's kind of redundant. You might want to bump this up to 3 edge imps always, but I think 2 is currently fine. Other than that, 2 Berthamet is standard, 3 and 3 is standard. 1 Barrier Statue of the Abyss against the Fire Meta. This card is really good, and if you're not aware of how to summon this in this deck, I'll explain it later in the video. We are playing 1 Diabells. It could be moved to the side if you want to make sure that you go first or actually go second. Not that it's going to help you a lot against Fire King. Tau is mandatory in my opinion. Sent to the graveyard, summons an illusion, extremely strong. And then the Yubel engine. This card is new from Legacy of Destruction as well. It's called Nightmare Throne. And when it's activated, you can take one fiend monster, with 0 attack and defense from your deck, either add it to your hand or destroy it. So what you do with this is you activate it. If you already have access to something like a Super Poly, right, it's really, really good because you activate it, you pop the Spirit of Yubel directly from the deck, and when it's destroyed, you can special summon the Yubel to your field. Okay? You have a Yubel. You can decide what you want to do with it. This is a good monster on its own to protect your field. This is a very good material because it's a fiend on the field, so it can be fused with things like Gazelle. It can be fused to make Berthamet. It can be fused to make a Guardian Chimera, right? Or you have access to this, it becomes a board wipe, right? So with Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever, that requires 1 Yubel monster plus 1 plus effect monsters on the field, you can just wait, hold this, put this on your field, and just Super Poly your entire opponent's board. And since Super Poly is sort of like an engine card at this point in Chimera, because the access to so many other engines and fusions, it's really good. Patchwork engine, 3 Chimera fusion, and some hand traps as non-engine. Call by the Grave I think is also rather important because this deck can choke to Ash. Now, a few things about the extra deck. Nothing extremely out of the ordinary. 2 Berthamet, 2 Chimera. I like this one. You're not going to convince me not to play this. And a few other cards that are relatively new here. Chaos Angel is a Synchro. How do you get to a Synchro in this deck? Well, she's a level 6 Dark, and he's a level 4 Light. So, special this, normal this, you don't even have to activate the effect. If your opponent's deck loses to an unaffected, indestructible Chaos Angel, you just make it and you win. Beatrice, Celine. 2 ladies that deserve to be banned. Beatrice is very good as well because Nightmare Apprentice is level 6. This is a level 6. This is a level 6. This is a level 6. You have a lot of level 6s. You can get to this card pretty easily. And then you can, send Tau to summon this back on your opponent's turn, fuse away, yada yada yada. Really, really cool. SP, Muckracker. Muckracker can special summon back a Berthamet or the fusion Berthamet to the graveyard, and SP is just a good card. This is variant number 1, and we spent a lot of time on this. Check this out, take a screenshot, download it, play test it. This is the first variant. Second variant is going to be the banded variant, which I am kind of starting to dislike because I feel like it's just there's at one point there's too many starters and you need some non-engine. This will require you to add these cards to the deck, which lock you into fusion summoning, which means that you kind of give up. Like, you could still play these, but you kind of give up on other utilities that you can have, because unless you resolve Baphomet specifically, you're not going to be locked into fusion. So I think in the OCG they kind of veered away from the branded fusion engine because it's only at 1, so it's way less consistent. Here you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can have 12 with another Mirror Swords Knight, 12 one-card combos, full combos, right? And of course, the Albaz monsters are strong. So this is another variant. And the last one that I wanted to talk about is just a pure illusion, no U-Bell. This card, you might not know about this. I did make a video about this previously. And this is like a pure illusion build, more non-engine instead of the U-Bell stuff. I think the U-Bell stuff is just like cool, so yeah. This card is very good. It is very good in the battle phase. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed because this is an illusion monster. And at the end of your opponent's battle phase, you can activate this effect until the start of your opponent's next battle phase. All attack position monsters your opponent currently controls cannot change their battle positions, nor can be used as Synchro Xyz link material, and also they are negated for a turn. Okay? So if Zelantis doesn't get banned, you can, search this, because this is searchable. This is an illusion. You can search for it with Gazelle. Search for this, you hold this in your hand, you guarantee that you don't die. Also, you negate your opponent's entire board. Also, you leave them with 3 links that are in attack position, that are negated, that your Chimera can just attack into and kill your opponent. This card is very good. Alpha, good going second. Beast enables, like, you only have 3 beasts, so you have a lot more fiends in Chimera usually. So, gives you board presence, gives you a Guardian Chimera, so you can special Alpha, bounce a card, special back the Alpha, make Guardian Chimera. Good as Phantasma is good in this deck, very much. Now, a few tech options, because we talked about rank 6s, we can definitely have some other options besides Beatrice. You can play Shyama. You can dump off the Shyama with Baphomet, right? And send it to the graveyard. If you have a way to summon it, you have 2 level 6s. 2 level 6 Fiend monsters. You can summon DDD Wave High King Caesar. This card is extremely, extremely powerful. If you can get this to resolve in Chimera, you're pretty Gucci. These are in the side, just as tech options for you to play with. Evolzar Lars targets a card on the field, a face-up card your opponent controls, and negates it. Again, a rank 6. Photon Strike Bowser, very well-known card, right? Negates an effect, inflicts 1000. And then Wallow, you remember this guy from Tier Elements format? Still relevant, still really good. Rank 6s offer a lot of utility. This has been 3 Chimera builds for you to be prepared on what you want to get. If you want to pick up some cards, if you do end up picking some illusion monsters from Legacy of Destruction, I would really appreciate you using my code GALZO5 on tierzerogames.com or kongscards.co.uk. And if you want to know when the singles actually drop, follow me on Twitter. It's in the description below. I had fun with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Follow, like, subscribe, 20K. See you in the next one. Peace.